So what is a visual artist?
Okay.
According to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that question needs breakdown
Yes,
to
definitely.
get answered
Yeah.
in a way. And this is something I've been thinking for a while, and it's probably the compulsiveness of being a certain practitioner, and then everybody around keeps asking you what that practice actually means. So let's say when you tell people you are an artist,
Yes.
everybody would look for definitions of who is an artist.
Yeah.
And people like you, or in a conversation like this, or even in very informal conversations, everybody is looking for a definition of things. And though it bugs me a lot at times, and sometimes I feel like that there's no need for definitions in certain cases,
that
but
is true.
even then you sort of think, because you have this tendency to find answers, I think that sort of moves me into to continuously keep thinking about what is an artist in that matter, and not just look for answers, but actually probably look for answers within, or find or carve answers that actually make a lot of sense to you. So I think in that sense, something that I realized very recently, and it must be like some random moment, like driving on the road or doing one of those things, that I realized that being an artist is very close to being a facilitator.
Okay.
Right? So I realized that as a facilitator, as a mentor, as a teacher, and like sort of refraining to use the word teacher and using a word like facilitator, one is just creating the right conditions, the right sort of conditions for the other person to be able to reach from, let's say, point A to B, or the other person to be able to learn something. And in that sense, I felt that being an artist is also like being that facilitator, making people see things that they do not usually see, or making them question things that they're probably not questioning right now, or making them realize things that probably matter to all of us. And it's not that compulsive in its sense that, if I'm talking about this, all of you need to hear me out. It's about being that facilitator in that moment. And maybe one fine day someone looks at your work, and that work is able to facilitate something for them. That work is able to facilitate something in their journey. That work is able to facilitate a thought in their mind. So I think that is where it comes from. I think the visual aspect of it for me has been something that comes more out of the kind of mediums that I work with. And it's more to be on the same page with the community, rather than being rather than saying that a visual artist does only a specific kind of work. It is how I would club myself with certain members of the community, because they are also visual artists, or they're not visual artists. I think it's more about that bracketing for me. But even through my work, I've been trying to sort of move to different mediums, move to very spatial sort of work. So I think that the visual aspect is just that, and the artist aspect is what I look at as a facilitator.
What you see on the screen is the full conversation. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.